Hello there, Facebook. It's Ingrid Owens. Welcome to another Biz Talk Tuesday. I hope you are well. I'm also recording this video for Instagram. So let me just do that. And this is all weird. And that's so weird because it's backwards on Instagram. So I feel like I'm looking back at myself. Anyway. Hi, how are you? In case we have never met before, I am Ingrid Owens, business coach and marketing strategist for creative entrepreneurs and coaches who want to market themselves and their businesses online. I am here today for our regular Biz Talk Tuesday, and I didn't really know what I wanted to talk about this morning. So, this shirt is all upside down. So what I did want to go ahead and talk about, as I put in the thing, was marketing with intention. And I think sometimes this intention piece can be missing from our marketing, especially in the world of social media. And if you're new to starting out business, or even if you've been in it for a while and you're kind of stuck doing the things, the day-to-day things in your business and not really working on your business, this intention piece can be lost. Now, what made me think about this as a topic today, I think, was a few different things that I was doing over the weekend. I was over in the Biltmore House up in Asheville, which is a beautiful, beautiful part of the world. And I was so I love Asheville. It's such a fun city to visit, and it's very country, but slow paced, but very kind of woo woo and hippie at the same time. It was really fun, and a really good eclectic mix of people, which is always a good thing, right? So some of the things that I picked up there when I was up there was some crystals, right? Which I love, and I love rocks, and I always like stones, like my children, right? And so I picked up some crystals, and I had been looking to get some crystals over the last couple of months actually, and never got around to doing it because I never came across them. And I just kept thinking the right ones will intuitively appear to me when it's ready. And they did in a very unusual place, really, actually, despite the fact that we were up there. But anyway, so I was excited to get those, and I was listening to a couple of podcasts about crystals and stuff this week. I know this sounds probably terribly weird for people who aren't really into it, but they were saying, like, it's all about setting your intention when you're using crystals. And I just was thinking that it's kind of like everything, right? If we don't set our intention when we are about to do something, or for what we're doing, an activity we're doing, it can get lost, right? And it can get lost in other people's priorities come into play. If you're just on Facebook, other people's feeds are in your way. You're not actually being intentional about the time that you're spending on there. It can very easy, other people's stuff gets in your way and you get sidetracked, right? So what I wanted to do today was this whole idea of intention setting. And I think as we are getting ready for 2019, and we're talking about planning, and we're talking about goals and all of that sort of stuff, the intention setting piece is really, really important. And so I just really kind of wanted to reiterate that if you are not marketing, or you're not doing your marketing activities with a specific intention in mind, then you need to really examine that. If you're just on Facebook scrolling or posting randomly without any kind of strategy, then you need to look at that. And of course, I'm a business strategist and a marketing strategist. And so I'm all about the strategy, and I'm all about the intention. And sometimes it can get lost in the shuffle. So it's really, really important when you're planning out your content. Everything really should be leading into an offer or something that you want to sell, right? We're in business, we're on social media, not just to be social. We are wanting to bring our customers through a journey, through a path, and to ultimately buy from you. Now, not everybody's going to buy, of course, and that's perfectly fine. You can offer a lot of value on that journey that's what we want to do, right? We don't just have to sell to people, and that's just not the only people that we can help. But ultimately, it is a business, and we want to be able to support our business and have it support. Have our business support itself, right? So we need to have some cash flow. So I want you to think about when you are planning your content out for next year and you're planning your marketing activities and you're thinking about what it is that you're going to do. Remember, behind every piece of content, there should be some sort of intention, right? Are you trying to educate your customer? Are you trying to raise your profile as an expert? Are you trying to encourage them to buy? Are you showing them the benefits of having your product as opposed to somebody else's or your service, right? Think about what that intention is, and that will help guide you towards the content that you create. Something else that can be really important is to think about your content and what you're creating in terms of a campaign. Now, if you've ever studied or done any sort of marketing, yes, but advertising, right? You're familiar with this notion of an advertising campaign, right? Nike released a new shoe. There'll be a big push for that shoe. We'll see it everywhere. That's because that's all part of a marketing campaign. And if you can think of your products or your services and campaigns around those products or services at certain points in the year, that will help you define the intention behind the content that you're putting out. Now, we don't obviously want to be selling all of the time, because that would be very nauseating. People wouldn't want to hear from you, right? They wouldn't want to pay attention. So there is this whole idea of giving a lot of value, and then you can ask for the sale. But that should be all part of a cohesive marketing campaign. And what I see most creatives doing is they fail to do the sales part of that marketing campaign, right? They're very good at giving lots of value. They're very good at sharing lots of great content that educate and help their customers or their prospects, but they're not very good at actually asking for that sale piece at the end. So think of your content and your marketing calendar in terms of campaigns, and they could be a monthly campaign or a 6-weekly campaign or even a 2-monthly campaign. It will be very dependent on your own particular product and service and how you want to work it. That's the beauty of having your own business. But think about that you have content leading up to the point of sale, and then you can sell for a period of 1 or 2 weeks, and that's really, going to be perfect. And that's not to say that you can't be selling all the time. You can be getting sales in all of the time, of course, but think of it as a push. Now, a lot of times, if you're a maker, your content calendar, your marketing calendar is going to revolve around those big holidays. So, like obviously, Christmas and Black Friday was one big one. Valentine's Day, Easter. So you can create your marketing calendar around those big holidays that everybody is thinking about purchasing things. But if you're a service provider, you might not necessarily want to work around that traditional calendar. You can make up your own stuff, right? You can decide on what you're planning out, the intention behind each campaign or push, however it suits you. So you might decide to sell one particular package. Maybe you're doing a done for you service. You want to push that in the beginning of the year, and then later on in the second quarter, maybe you want to push coaching package, whatever it is, it will work for your own specific self. This is how I work with my clients. I help them plan out this marketing calendar and make it fit around their life and their business, and do it strategically so that it's always working for them. So I want you to really think about that today. Think about your intention behind every piece of content. And if you can zoom out from that, especially as we look at the year ahead, zoom out at a high level and see how that all fits together in your year or in your quarter coming up. That's really going to help you think about those marketing campaigns, and therefore what content is going to fit and why you're posting on Facebook or Instagram or whatever strategy you decide to do, why you're doing it. As long as there is intention behind it, then you will be on the right path. All right. I want you to go ahead, think about all of that. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. Use hashtag replay. Tell me what you think about intention. Tell me what you think about planning and how you're going about doing your marketing calendar for the next year. I would love to hear from you. We'll probably talk more about this next week, more about planning for the upcoming year. And of course, if you need any support around any of your marketing for 2019, support around your strategy or how you can lift your business to the next level, I would love to speak with you. And I do offer a complimentary strategy session where we can figure out what's holding you back and how you need to move forward in 2019. And I will post the link to that below and you can go ahead and check that out. All right, have an awesome rest of your day and I will speak to you soon. Take care.